to say greetings to each and every one of you, Wakwaba, and welcome. Welcome to another round of the Conscious Rasta Report here on LIB Radio, LIB TV, and on livinginblack.com. My name is Keith Owado, a.k.a. the Conscious Rasta. Weekday mornings, you and I get together live. We come at you from 9 a.m. Pacific time, that's 12 noon Eastern time, 5 p.m. GMT, and 8 p.m. Eastern African time. We get together with you, and we deal with culture, consciousness, historical perspectives, entertainment, economics, education, health, labor, law, politics, religion, family, conflict, future studies, all areas of human interactivity and development. Today's date is Tuesday. It is the 29th day of July, 2025 in the Western calendar. This corresponds to the year 6265 in the Kemetic calendar, to which we've realigned our cultural clock. Welcome to the 7th millennium. You have found your family in a peaceful place. Here on LIB Radio, LIB TV, and on livinginblack.com, where our focus is today, once again, on health. This time, we're talking about brain health, mental health, and we do aim to completely 100% reinforce every aspect of our health. I want to say greetings to For Africa One. I see you now, Sister Shingai. How are you today? She says, Hotep, Brother Katie, and Global LIB family. And my sister is right on time, right at the beginning of the show, checking in to today's show. Before we start, I want to relate to why this topic today is so important, so practical. Yesterday, we were all alarmed at what took place in New York City, in Manhattan, where a mass shooting took place. I don't have the details committed to memory right now, but 5 people were killed and the shooter. The shooter was from Las Vegas. The shooter lived in La Jolla Classics gated house in Desert Shores. I live in Desert Shores in the La Jolla Classic gated community. The shooter had been living with his mother. On my morning jogging route, I passed by their house twice every morning. I passed by this morning and there were 2 LA or Clark County Sheriff's deputies, or LA, probably Las Vegas Police Department, cars parked out in front of the house. So it is imperative that we get this mental health thing right. And in extending sympathy to the victims of the shooting, a police officer was among the victims, as were 4 other people. But I want to extend condolences as well to his mother, who is my neighbor. Because people don't realize when you do these egregious acts, it is the mother who primarily bears the burden. On that note, we're going to go forward. Today, the topic is best and worst habits for your brain health. And I could go on and on about this killing, and the shooter left a note, and the note blames his brain health problems on the NFL. Apparently, I don't know so many details about it all. I take primary responsibility for my brain health. I would advise you, unless you have been poisoned, we've all been poisoned, and we have a say so in that as well, but unless you have been injured somehow, some way by others, you need to take primary control over your brain health. We're going to talk about that today. The best and the worst habits for your brain health. Today on LIB Radio, we look closely at common habits that either contribute to brain health or detract from optimized mental functioning. This is a complex dialogue that explores nutrition, sleep habits, our addictions, and a vast system of how we deal with each individual stressor. It is possible to arrange our lives so that we do preserve the maximum efficiency of mental power. For as long as possible, we aim to continue to build upon these optimum health habits. Certain bad habits will not be tolerated on our healthy brain pathway. Certain bad habits will not be tolerated on our healthy brain pathway. So that is what is on today. Here, we're going to begin with 7 science-backed habits that support optimal brain health. Each is discussed in depth for your lifestyle or educational use. Number 1 of the 7, regular physical exercise. Exercise isn't just for muscles. It's also a brain booster. Aerobic activities like brisk walking, swimming, HIIT, cycling increase blood flow to the brain, promoting the release of neurotrophic factors such as brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF. These compounds support neuron growth and synaptic plasticity, which are vital for learning and memory. Exercise also reduces stress, inflammation, and insulin resistance, all of which can negatively impact our cognition over time. Studies show that just 30 minutes of moderate activity 5 times per week can delay cognitive decline and improve mood. Just 30 minutes. Additionally, physical movement boosts executive hippocampal volume, which helps preserve your memory. Whether you're training for a marathon or dancing in the kitchen, make movement a positive, non-negotiable part of your brain care routine. So number 1, get busy, get physically active. For me, 20 minutes in the morning of core exercises, followed by 20 minutes of HIIT. Later in the afternoon, I do 10 minutes worth of weight training, strength training. So that's 20, and that's 10. That amounts to 50 minutes per day, 7 days a week. That's a good routine. Number 2, nutrient-dense diet. What you feed your brain matters. A whole food, plant-forward diet, rich in antioxidants, healthy fats, vitamins, and minerals can reduce oxidative stress and inflammation. Diets like the Mediterranean or MIND diet, Mediterranean - intervention for neurodegenerative delay, focus on greens, berries, nuts, legumes, whole grains, and omega-3 rich foods like flax seeds and walnuts. Key brain nutrients include omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin B12, magnesium, and polyphenols. Avoid excess sugar, trans fats, and heavily processed foods. They may lead to memory decline and mood imbalance. A balanced plate stabilizes blood sugars, fuels neurotransmitter production, and supports gut-brain communication. Your gut produces over 90% of serotonin. 90%. So the healthier your gut, the happier the brain. Nourish your neutrons with every bite. Number 3, quality sleep hygiene. Sleep isn't a luxury, it's essential for mental clarity, emotional resilience, and memory consolidation. During deep non-REM sleep, the brain undergoes glymphatic cleaning. Cerebral spinal fluid flushes away toxins, including beta amyloid linked to Alzheimer's. Chronic sleep deprivation impairs focus, decision making, and mood, while increasing the risk of depression and cognitive decline. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of uninterrupted sleep nightly. Practice consistent sleep-wake schedules. Reduce blue light exposure before bed and create a restful environment. Sleep also rebalances stress hormones and promotes neurogenesis. Sleep disturbances like sleep apnea or insomnia should be addressed professionally. Think of sleep as nightly maintenance, allowing your brain to rest, restore, and recalibrate for peak performance. Number 4 on our list, and I do see for Africa One, you keep freezing and the broadcast drops out. I don't think it's happening on my end because I'm not seeing it on the B screen. So you may want to do the best you can to take out a couple of tabs. If something else is fighting for bandwidth, see if that works. Otherwise, I don't see it happening on, I'm monitoring it on this computer, which is actually going out to the audio, which is on YouNow. And it's also on, this is the YouTube, it's going out on YouNow, and it's going out on, what's it called, TuneIn app. So I think the issue might be on your side. Sorry about that. Going forward, number 4, lifelong learning and mental stimulation, which is exactly why you, for Africa One, and everyone else keeps tuning into your LIB radio. Lifelong learning and mental stimulation. The brain is like a muscle. Use it or lose it. Cognitive stimulation fosters neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire and adapt. Reading, puzzle solving, learning a new language, or picking up a musical instrument builds new connections and enhances processing speed. Mental workouts delay age-related decline and reduce dementia risk. Studies show that bilingualism and musical training are especially protective. Even 15 to 30 minutes of challenge-based activity daily, like Sudoku, crosswords, or strategy games, can sustain neural vibrancy. Engaging in stimulating conversations, attending workshops, and exploring new hobbies keeps your brain curious and active. Make your mind a lifelong explorer. Good advice, good advice. Number 5, meaningful social connections. What I get from you every day, and hopefully what you get from me. Humans are wired to connect, and social engagement profoundly influences brain health. Isolation increases the risk of depression and neurodegeneration, while meaningful relationships are associated with better memory, emotional regulation, and stress resilience. Conversations stimulate executive function and empathy-related circuits. Oxytocin, released during bonding, fosters neuroprotection and supports mental well-being. Regular interaction through group activities, volunteering, or just quality time with loved ones keeps the brain socially agile. Healthy relationships buffer against cognitive decline and enhance life satisfaction. Whether it's joining a book club or simply calling a friend, stay connected. It's good for your neurons. We're talking today about the best and worst habits for your brain health. We're up to number 6 of the best habits: stress management practices. Chronic stress floods the body with cortisol, which can damage the hippocampus and impair memory and learning. Effective stress management helps regulate emotions and protect the brain. Practices such as meditation, deep breathing, yoga, and mindfulness lower sympathetic nervous system overdrive and promote parasympathetic activation. These practices reduce inflammation and boost prefrontal cortex activity, improving focus, decision making, and emotional regulation. Even brief daily mindfulness, 10 to 15 minutes, can lead to measurable changes in brain connectivity and mood. Journaling, nature walks, and creative outlets like drawing or music also help process emotions and unload mental strain. Calm mind makes sharper brains. Very, very important. Number 7, limiting neurotoxins and harmful substances. Protecting your brain means reducing exposure to harmful substances. Excessive alcohol, recreational drugs, heavy metals like lead and mercury, and environmental toxins like BPA or pesticides can impair neuron function. Smoking and excessive alcohol consumption are linked to faster cognitive decline, while certain medications may have neurotoxic side effects if misused. Or I say certain medications will have neurotoxic direct effects even if not abused. Choose clean air and water sources. Prioritize organic produce where possible, and avoid excess sugar and synthetic additives. Use protective gear if exposed to industrial chemicals, supporting liver detox pathways through nutrition. Example given, eat cruciferous vegetables. Also aids cognitive longevity. Conscious living is brain-saving living. That's true. Now, here are 7 negative or detrimental habits that negatively impact your brain health. Each is explored in depth to help you recognize and help you avoid them. Number 1 on the list, chronic sleep deprivation. Poor sleep hygiene erodes the brain's ability to function optimally. Sleep deprivation impairs consolidation, emotional regulation, and decision making. The brain's glymphatic system, which flushes out neurotoxins like beta amyloid, operates primarily during deep sleep. Without it, toxins accumulate, increasing risk for Alzheimer's and other neurodegenerative diseases. Consistently sleeping less than 6 hours can reduce hippocampal volume and impair prefrontal cortex function, essential for reasoning and impulse control. Lack of sleep distorts circadian rhythms and throws off neurochemical balance, leaving you irritable and foggy. It also increases cortisol, a stress hormone that damages the brain over time. Napping isn't a cure. All night restorative sleep is critical. Prioritizing rest isn't laziness, it's neuroscience-backed self-care. So that's number one on that list, chronic sleep deprivation. Number two, the sedentary lifestyle. A sedentary life starves your brain of oxygen and key nutrients, undermining its long-term performance. Regular movement increases blood flow, supporting neuronal integrity and stimulating brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF. Sitting for prolonged periods without breaks has been associated with lower cognitive scores, higher anxiety levels, and increased risk of dementia. Physical inactivity also contributes to metabolic disorders like diabetes and hypertension, which harm brain vessels and lead to microvascular damage. The brain thrives on dynamic environments. Movement enhances plasticity, memory, retention, and emotional balance. Even light activity, like stretching or walking, counteracts stagnation. Your brain evolved to thrive in motion, not in a chair. So, number two, stay active. Stay active. I do completely agree. I'll drink to that. Got to get that mother apple cider vinegar in. Number three, and these are the worst habits for your brain health. Number three, excessive screen time and digital overload. Ooh. Constant exposure to screens rewires the brain for short attention spans, multitasking, and rapid dopamine hits. Overuse of smartphones, social media, and binge streaming decreases focus, creativity, and emotional depth. Excessive digital input trains the brain to prioritize novelty over sustained thinking, undermining deep learning and introspection. Blue light disrupts melatonin production, impairing sleep cycles. Social comparison on media platforms can lead to anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem. Excessive gaming may desensitize emotional centers and reduce impulse control. Take regular tech breaks. Practicing digital mindfulness and embracing boredom fosters cognitive resilience. Your brain was designed for forests, books, and conversation, not endless scrolling. Wow, that's deep. And I think they were talking to me on that. All of us need to back off a little bit. Maybe take one day a week of a fast from scrolling. That's not a bad idea. I think I'm going to go ahead and work that one into the schedule. Number four, poor diet and excess sugar. Of the worst habits, number four, poor diet, excess sugar. High processed foods, refined sugars, and unhealthy fats wreak havoc on brain health. Excessive sugar spikes insulin, leading to inflammation and oxidative stress that damage neurons. Trans fats compromise the integrity of cell membranes, while artificial additives interfere with neurotransmitter function. Diets low in antioxidants and omega-3s increase vulnerability to mood disorders, brain fog, and cognitive decline. I'm going to repeat that sentence, very important. Diets low in antioxidants and omega-3s increase vulnerability to mood disorders, brain fog, and cognitive decline. Chronic sugar consumption also has been linked to hippocampal shrinkage and impaired memory. Overeating also floods the body with insulin and triggers fatigue. Brain-friendly nutrition isn't about restriction, it's about empowerment. Brain-friendly nutrition isn't about restriction, it's about empowerment. Choose whole foods rich in fiber, healthy fats, and neuroprotective compounds to fuel your mind with vitality. I love it, love it, love it. Love to hear from you today. If you're in the house, you can give us a call. One sec. And you can, not a call, you can send us a note. And we'd love to hear from you today. If you are viewing us on YouTube, if you are viewing us on the Rumble channel, wherever you are, that's where I want to be. And I'd love to hear from you today as well. We do have people listening on the various platforms. Make sure you do hit the like button. If you like today's program, we have a good sized classroom. We're on YouTube, YouNow, Rumble, and we're also on my Facebook page. So wherever you are, I want to hear from you. If you would, please. It would really, really be a pleasure for me to hear from you today. Going forward, we are on the worst habits for your brain health. Number 5, smoking and substance abuse. Smoking and recreational drug use poison the brain's communication pathways. Nicotine constricts blood vessels, limiting oxygen delivery and accelerating neurodegeneration. Drugs like cocaine and meth damage dopamine circuits, impairing memory, motivation, and mood regulation. Chronic alcohol abuse shrinks brain volume and erodes white matter connectivity. These substances alter brain chemistry, increasing the risk of depression, anxiety, and addiction. Even occasional binge drinking can disrupt neuroplasticity and sleep cycles. Long-term use causes structural and functional changes, many of which are irreversible. Recovery is possible, but prevention is key. Your brain is too valuable to gamble with toxins. Treat it like the masterpiece it is. That is so, so important. Please, people, please do not use alcohol. I am zero tolerant on alcohol. And I think we all should be. We all should, because we know that with cancer, alcohol, all levels of alcohol, even a teaspoon, increase your risk of developing cancers. Now, when we're talking about the brain functioning, I can't mess with that. I do see my brother Shabaka is in the house. Greetings, Baba and LIB family. Glad to be back to be enlightened with usable information. He said, no hymns, hers, or pink salt. All right. And we go forward. Number 6, chronic stress and anxiety. Unrelenting stress floods the brain with cortisol, impairing memory, learning, and emotional control. The hippocampus, critical for forming new memories, is especially vulnerable to stress hormones. Chronic anxiety shrinks the prefrontal cortex, reducing decision-making power and impulse control. It also overactivates the amygdala, heightening fear responses. Stress alters the microbiome, which affects the brain via the gut-brain axis. It can lead to insomnia, fatigue, and mood instability. Stress also accelerates cellular aging and compromises immune function. Managing stress through mindfulness, therapy, and lifestyle changes preserves brain integrity and mental peace. The goal isn't to eliminate stress, but to navigate it skillfully. The goal isn't to eliminate stress, but to navigate it skillfully. I like that. And number 7 of the 7 worst habits, social isolation. Humans are neurologically wired for connection. Isolation weakens neural circuits related to empathy, communication, and emotional regulation. Lonely individuals show higher levels of inflammation and reduced brain volume in key areas like the prefrontal cortex. Let me repeat that. Lonely individuals show higher levels of inflammation and reduced brain volume in key areas like the prefrontal cortex. Lack of interaction may impair memory, increase dementia risk, and reduce executive function. Social withdrawal is both a symptom and a catalyst of cognitive decline. In contrast, meaningful relationships stimulate oxytocin release and activate protective neural mechanisms. Rejection or perceived loneliness can alter neurochemistry similar to physical pain. Engaging with friends, community, or even pets provides vital stimulation and emotional anchoring. Connection isn't just psychological, it's neurological medicine. Connection isn't just psychological, it is neurological medicine. I like that. So that takes us through the 7 best and the 7 worst habits for brain health. Just real quickly to review, I do see more comments in the section for Africa One. The future looks bleak as I see babies with phones and tablets, parents on phones, ignoring their children, and people walking and scrolling almost appears to be the norm. And she says, for Africa One, I don't understand. Please explain. I think he may be talking about some commercials. No, Hims, Hers, or Pink Salt. I think he's talking about Hims or Hers. Is a hormonal system. Is it? I think it has to do with hair, but I could be wrong. It may have to do with one's libido. But yeah, we'd love to hear your explanation. I do see in the YouTube family, 4 Corners is checking in. Everything's really real. Peace, Kitty. Great rising, almighty brother. Thank you. I appreciate that. Was just questioning this subject, this rising this morning, on point with the timing. Thank you very much. On point with the timing. And once again, for those who didn't hear it earlier, I'll repeat. The reason I'm doing this today is because of the shooting in Manhattan on yesterday that killed apparently 5 or 6 people. I think the shooter might be the 6th. The mass shooting was conducted by an individual. I don't have his name. He lived in Las Vegas. And when they showed it on the TV screen of where he lived, it was La Jolla Classics in Desert Shores. I live in La Jolla Classics on Desert Shores, and he was staying with his mother, and she is just around the block. I pass her house 2 times every morning when I do my run, and I'm pretty sure I have greeted her before. And to do that to other people is horrifying. The mental instability in America is running rampant. The mental instability in America is getting way out of control. We need to collectively and individually have a program for preserving our mental health. We can go on and about it. That's what I am doing today's program. The 7 worst habits for brain health are, number 1, the 7 best habits for brain health are, number 1, regular physical exercise. Number 2, a nutrient-dense diet. Number 3, quality sleep hygiene. Number 4, lifelong learning and mental stimulation. Number 5, meaningful social connections. Number 6, stress management practices. Number 7, limiting neurotoxins and harmful substances. The 7 worst habits for preserving your mental state, your brain health. Number 1, chronic sleep deprivation. Number 2, sedentary lifestyle. Number 3, excessive screen time and digital overload. Number 4, poor diet and excessive sugar. Number 5, smoking and substance abuse. Number 6, chronic stress and anxiety. And number 7, social isolation. Now, let's get into another list. And Stray Godzilla, I see you in the house. Great to have you with us today. We got a good size audience. Can we get everybody out there to hit the like button wherever you are paying attention to us from? We'd love to hear from you today. Love to know that you are not only in the house, but you're an active participant. Hey, please do hit the like button. Jah will bless you for your loving activity. So on that note, let's go forward. Next, I'm going to put up the best foods that build mental balance and preserve brain power. The best foods, the top foods. Number 1 on the list, don't you know, blueberries. Blueberries are high in antioxidants like anthocyanins and flavonoids, which protect brain cells from oxidative stress, reduce inflammation, and may delay brain aging and improve memory. Number 1, blueberries. Number 2, leafy green vegetables. Yeah, don't you know? Examples given: spinach, kale, broccoli, packed with nutrients such as vitamin K, lutein, folate, and beta carotene, which are linked to slower cognitive decline and enhance brain health. So number 2, leafy green vegetables. Number 3, nuts and seeds. Examples given: walnuts, almonds, yeah, chia every day. Flax seeds, yeah, man. Nuts and seeds provide plant-based omega-3s, ALA, and vitamin E and other healthy fats that support neuron function and protect against cognitive decline. So number 3, nuts and seeds. Number 4 on our list, all my favorites, avocados. Contain monounsaturated fats and vitamin E, which support healthy blood flow to the brain and protect cell membranes from oxidative damage. Yeah, avocados. Number 4. Number 5, whole grains. Example given: oats, quinoa, brown rice, wild rice, black rice. Steady supply of energy via complex carbohydrates and are rich in B vitamins, which aid in neurotransmitter production and cognitive function. Number 6, eggs. Excellent source of choline and phospholipids, crucial for producing acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter involved in memory and maintaining brain cell membrane integrity. Of course, I am completely plant-based, so I will not mess around with something that comes out of a chicken's cloaca. Chicken only got one hole, and that's the cloaca, and I do not mess around with that. So eggs, it might be on your list. I'm not going to fault you for eating eggs, but I don't mess around with them. The eggs, no, I don't mess around. A couple of comments. One comment come in, Sawubona from Nguvu. He says, Sawubona, what is any does the new bone induction earphones have on hearing and the brain health? Well, the bone induction earphone functions by tapping into the sound goes into the bone, which if there's some reason that you are If your hearing is impaired, I do know they use bone induction to be able to get the vibrations into your inner ear. But the headphones, insofar as bone induction, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have enough of the question. Uh, Let me see if I can put this in a search engine. I don't know if your question have enough for me to grab a hold of, but I will know in just a second. What I'm going to ask this of a AI search engine I keep open while we're in. What, in any, if any, does the new bone induction headphones have on hearing and the brain health? Potential benefits. Bone conduction earphones are a fascinating innovation that transmits sound through vibrations on the bones of your skull, bypassing the eardrum entirely. While they offer unique benefits, they also come with some important considerations for hearing and brain health. Potential benefits: ear canal preservation. Since they don't stick inside the ear, they can reduce the risk of ear infections and wax buildup. 2, situational awareness. Open ear design allows users to hear ambient sounds, which is safer for outdoor activities like running or cycling. And accessibility, helpful for individuals with conductive hearing loss, so they bypass damaged outer or middle ear structures. Reported risk and side effects. Number 1, hearing loss. High volumes can still damage the cochlea, even without eardrum involvement. Bone conducted sound is processed similar to air conducted sound. 2, tinnitus. Persistent exposure to loud vibrations may trigger ringing in the ears. I used to have that a lot when I was much younger in the music business. Number 3, TMJ and jaw pain. Pressure on the temporal bone can irritate the jaw joint, causing discomfort or stiffness. Number 4, skin irritation. Some users report rashes or allergic reactions from materials used in the headset. And the last one, headaches or dizziness. Vibrations near the temples may cause discomfort or vertigo in sensitive individuals. Under brain health considerations, it says there's no direct evidence that bone conduction earphones harm brain function. However, indirect effects like sleep disruption from late night use, stress from overstimulation or distraction, especially while driving or walking, could impact cognitive performance over time. So best practices: keep the volume below 60% and limit use to 60 minutes at a time. Take regular breaks to reduce jaw and ear fatigue. Clean the devices regularly to prevent bacterial buildup. And lastly, choose models with ergonomic design and safe materials. That was a pretty good question. I appreciate that, Brother Nguvu. And he said, sorry, meant if. That's okay. What, if any? And we did, hopefully, get a chance to answer that using an AI search engine to quickly put your question in. And the search engine didn't mind if you said if or is. It got it. So that was pretty good. I learned something. I have not used bone conduction, or I've not used, what's it called? Bone induction earphones. I've never used it. Now I know why I've never used it. Going forward, we are talking about number 5. We got up to number 5 on the best foods to support your brain function. Number 6, we got through that. Number 7, turmeric contains curcumin, which has anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. It can cross the blood-brain barrier and may improve memory and mood by boosting brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Curcumin increases brain-derived neurotrophic factor, he says, as he stretches his body. Oh, feels so good. Oh, I'd love to move. And going forward, number 8, dark chocolate. High cacao, 85% plus, over 85%. Rich in flavonols that enhance brain-derived neurotrophic factor, supports learning and cognitive functions, and protects brain cells. Number 9, berries. Example given: strawberries, raspberries, blackberries. And of course, blueberries was number one. Contain antioxidants that help shield brain cells from damage and support neural communication. Number 10, fermented foods. Examples given: sauerkraut, kimchi, yes, kefir, yeah, if it's non-dairy, and yogurt, non-dairy as well. Fermented foods support gut microbiome health, strengthening the gut-brain axis and potentially improving mood and cognitive function via serotonin production. And again, as we said earlier, according to the reports we've assembled for today, 90% of your body's serotonin is created in your gut by the microbiome. Very important. Number 11, beans and lentils. Good for your brain? Yeah, man. Beans and lentils are high in fiber, folate, and B vitamins, which help regulate homocysteine levels and help support memory and brain chemical production. Number 12, tea and coffee. Tea and coffee contain caffeine and antioxidants. Caffeine boosts alertness, concentration, and may help consolidate memory, while long-term consumption is linked to lower risks of Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. And I would say when it comes to coffee, I have somewhat backed off a little bit on my disdain of coffee. I don't drink it. I did talk about coffee quite a bit when we were discussing acrylic amides, and that coffee contained acrylamides, and therefore acrylamides, since they were linked to cancer and other dysfunctional things, I would say not use them. But I have backed off a little bit, and I will say this much: if you consume black coffee, no cream and absolutely no sugar in it, then the black coffee is associated with positive benefits. And if you consume your coffee beans, your coffee beans slowly, slow roasted, as well as slow brewed, that coffee is going to have less acrylamide in it. Number 13, pumpkin and sesame seeds. Love them, love them, love them. Pumpkin and sesame seeds are rich in zinc, which plays a key role in regulating synaptic communication between neurons. Very, very important. I'm looking forward. I see another message in the Rumble family. The Rumble family, real busy today. Great to have you with us. The message says, from For Africa One, given the high cost of blueberries and organic fruit and vegetables in general, is soaking in bicarbonate of soda, and white vinegar effective in reducing pesticides in non-organic foods? Yes, yes, yes. That's a very smart thing to do. And again, because the pesticides there's just a residual effect of pesticides on the chemicals, and bicarbonate of soda and white vinegar both will create a sort of reaction. And that reaction is going to hopefully be, it will take some of the power of the organochlorinates, which are on non-organic vegetables. Organochlorinates are bad. So anything we can do to neutralize them, denature them, would be absolutely good. Good. Smart stuff. I got such a smart audience. Yeah, we are smart. Hey, I heard you say that. Here we go. We are up to, where we at? We are up to number 14. Number 13 was pumpkin and sesame seeds. Number 14, bell peppers and citrus fruits. Excellent sources of vitamin C, a potent antioxidant that combats free radicals and supports overall brain cell health. Vitamin C. Number 15, and I'm not an advocate of it, but like eggs, it is on this list. Fatty fish. Example given: mackerel, salmon, sardines. They're rich in omega-3 fatty acids, as are nuts. They contain DHA and EPA, essential for building brain and nerve cells, supporting memory and potentially slowing down cognitive decline. So that takes us to 15 best foods to consume for our brain health. Next, we're going to talk about the best nootropics, Nootropics, the best nootropics for brain health. And let's just go right into the list. I do see Ed L. Mack has joined the conversation. Great to have you with us today, Brother Ed. Greetings, Brother Keaty. If a person is getting sleep, could being low in vitamin D3 be a cause of tiredness and muscle aches? What's a good source for getting vitamin D3? Well, the best source for vitamin D3 is going to be, of course, 20 minutes in the sun, because your body manufactures the hormone known as vitamin D, which is also, it's listed as a vitamin or vitamin, but it's actually a hormone created by the body. So I would say that's the best way to get outside more often. But beyond that, I do supplement with vitamin D3. So I highly recommend supplementing vitamin D3 and of tiredness and muscle aches. It could be summertime. If you've been experiencing the heat of this summer so far, it's been really, really hot in the eastern part of the country. It's been hot here in Las Vegas too, but we're used to it by now. So you may want to get out of the heat, get into a cooler environment, drink more cold water, things to reduce your body temperature, and see if that can be helpful. But yeah, good source for getting vitamin D3. I use vitamin D3 supplements that I buy from VitaCost.com. I do not get any money, no endorsements from VitaCost, but they're such a good company. I cannot help but recommend them to all my clients. When they come to, if you come to Las Vegas, we're going to go buy the store, which is not that far from here, about 20 miles away, 25 minutes away. We're going to I keep saying go buy it. It sounds like I'm buying the store. We're going to go visit the VitaCost warehouse store and stock up. Best nootropics for brain function. Number 1 on the list, citicoline. Citicoline boosts brain energy by 13.6% and supports neural repair. It enhances memory, attention, and focus via the choline and cytidine pathways. Citicoline, also known as cytidine 5-diphosphocholine or CDP-choline, is a naturally occurring compound in the body that plays a crucial role in forming neuronal cell membranes and has neuroprotective properties. It is available as a dietary supplement and is used to enhance thinking ability and memory. Citicoline is also known as a nootropic agent, which is useful to improve cognitive function. So these are the best nootropic for brain functions. Nootropics, again, are chemicals, supplements, or drugs, could be pharmaceutical drugs, that are good for our brain and nervous function. Ed Mack says, thank you. Is that a gel cap or tablets? I get mine in gel cap form. Next on our list, phosphatidylserine, also known as lecithin. Phosphatidylserine supports neuron membrane health, improves memory and cognitive function, is shown to boost glucose metabolism in key brain regions. Phosphatidylcholine belongs to a group of compounds called phospholipids, which are the main phospholipids, which are the main lipid components of cell membranes. A mixture of those phospholipids which are the main components of cell membranes. A mixture of these phospholipids in oil is referred to as commercial lecithin. The abundant component of lecithin containing supplements is phosphatidylcholine, followed by phosphatidylethylamine, phosphatidylserine, phosphatidylserine, phosphatidylinosyl, and phosphatidyldiglycerols. Fatty acids, ester linked to phosphatides, are represented in lecithin by palmitic, oleic, and linoleic acids. The primary source of commercial lecithin today is soybean and sunflower oil. Lecithin is also present in egg yolk, liver, whole grain products, and nut kernels. So lecithin is a very, very important lecithin, Lecithin, a very important component for lipid functioning. And these phosphatidylserines are very important. Very important. The phosphorus is there, and the oils are there. It's all very, fatty acids are there. That's what I'm trying to say. These lipids, fatty acids, and phosphorus all combine to create the healthiest environment inside of our blood. Number 3 on the list, L-tyrosine. L-tyrosine is a non-essential amino acid involved in producing neurotransmitters like dopamine and norepinephrine, which support cognitive function and stress management. It aids in phenylketonuria. It aids in phenylketonuria, PKU, and improves mood, supporting dopamine and norepinephrine synthesis, improving focus and mental clarity. However, evidence for other reported benefits like ADHD or depression is limited. Now, every time they say that, the AI will say that, then that means it is being recommended and or researched for ADHD and or depression. So read into it what you would. Couple comments before we go to number 4. In Google it now, I've started using nutritional yeast as a cooking additive along with salt and pepper. I can't give any obvious effects yet, but we'll let you know as soon as I see some changes. Nutritional yeast, I would definitely recommend using nutritional yeast, but do not cook it. I tried yeast a while back. I didn't notice any changes. Yeah, I would recommend do not cook the nutritional yeast. I like nutritional yeast. It is fortified with B12, which most or many vegans or vegetarians are not getting adequate B12 because B12 is found in carcass foods, the liver, and all of that stuff. So it's also found in sea vegetables, vitamin B12. So I like nutritional yeast. I'll put it on popcorn. I will put it on salads or raw greens, but I don't recommend cooking with vitamin B12 or not. I do not recommend cooking with nutritional yeast. For African One Announce, I understand vitamin D should be taken with fat-based food for optimum absorption. Good suggestion. I use Better You liquid spray for even better bioavailability. I don't know if this brand is available in the U.S. Better You liquid spray is a fat And there are many different fats in the vegan diet in the US where people could do that. But yeah, that's a good point that you make. Getting fat and vitamin D in the same meal. Number 4, maritime pine bark extract. Maritime pine bark extract delivers potent antioxidants that protect brain cells, support circulation and cognitive vitality with strong neuroprotective effects. Derived from the bark of maritime pine trees, it is rich in polyphenols like procyanidins and catechins, offering antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. It is used for improving circulation, reducing inflammation, and supporting cardiovascular health, with some studies suggest benefits for asthma, osteoarthritis, and erectile dysfunction. Maritime pine bark extract. Wow, that sounds powerful. Number 5 on the list, and one more comment. Nguvu writes, for Africa One, I buy organic non-GMO. They all have seeds or can be planted. So I grow my own as much as I can when in season. Gets me outside, gets my hands dirty, and some sunlight. Good strategy. That's what gardening does. Gardening is awesome. It is all of that. I'm here in Las Vegas right now. It's 106 degrees out every day, but I still manage to get in a little bit of work in the garden every day. Number 5 on the list, caffeine. Caffeine blocks adenosine receptors, increasing alertness and reducing fatigue. It boosts mood by enhancing dopamine and norepinephrine release. Caffeine may improve memory, focus, and cognitive performance. It can also lower the risk of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Moderate intake is generally safe and offers several cognitive benefits. Maritime bark, is that MSM? No, MSM is, it's got sulfur in it. I can't remember what it is, but maritime pine bark, it's in here, and I did look it up this morning, so just check it out. It's from the bark of a tree, as it said, derived from the bark of maritime pine trees. So that is different than MSM. Number 6 on the list, L-theanine, is an amino acid found in tea that promotes relaxation, reduces stress, and enhances mental clarity. L-theanine increases GABA, G-A-B-A, serotonin, and dopamine, which regulate mood and relaxation. L-theanine also boosts alpha brain waves, improving focus and cognitive function. It may help with sleep, anxiety, and cognitive performance. Promotes, quote, wakeful relaxation by increasing alpha brain waves, complements caffeine to enhance focus without jitters. L-theanine, that's a good one. Number 7, MCT oil. MCT oil is a type of saturated fat derived from coconut or palm oil, known for its quick energy conversion and potential health benefits. It supports cognitive function, aids in weight management, and may help with seizure control. MCT oil is easily absorbed and metabolized, providing a rapid energy source. It may also improve gut health and enhance athletic performance. Some studies suggest it could help manage type 2 diabetes and neurodegenerative diseases. MCT, that is awesome. MCT oil. And number 8 is pyrroloquinoline. Pyrroloquinoline. Quinone, pyrroloquinoline pyrrone. That's it, PQQ. PQQ is a natural compound found in foods and microorganisms, acting as a cofactor for enzymes. It supports mitochondrial function, energy production, and has antioxidant properties. PQQ may benefit cognitive health, cardiovascular function, and reduce oxidative stress. It also aids in bone and joint health and may help prevent age-related decline. PQQ is available as a supplement with recommended doses of 20 to 40 milligrams daily. It is generally safe but may interact with medications. Research suggests potential in improving metabolic flexibility and neuroprotection. PQQ's role in enhancing mitochondrial biogenesis and energy metabolism makes it a promising supplement for overall health, and that is pyrroloquinoline quinone. Pyrroloquinoline quinone. There, it's not so hard. PQQ. Number 9 on this list, acetyl L-carnitine. Alcar, it's called. Acetyl L-carnitine. It's one of my favorites. I've been using it. Alcar funnels fatty acids into mitochondria for energy, supports neurotransmitter regulation, and offers neuroprotective benefits. Alcar is an amino acid that supports energy production by transporting fatty acids into mitochondria for energy conversion. It enhances brain function, mood, and cognitive performance. Alcar also aids in fat burning, muscle recovery, and may improve insulin sensitivity. Studies suggest it boosts mental energy, focus, and brain health, and it is used for neurological support, exercise performance, and managing conditions like neuropathy. Alcar is generally safe with minimal side effects. And again, acetyl L-carnitine has long been one of my favorite anti-aging supplements. Number 10, omega-3 fatty acids, DHA and EPA. DHA maintains brain structure. EPA reduces inflammation. Both support cognitive function and may slow age-related decline. Omega-3 fatty acids support brain health by enhancing cognitive function, memory, and neural signaling. DHA, the most abundant omega-3 in the brain, aids in maintaining neuronal structure and function, while EPA contributes to reducing inflammation and improving blood flow. These fatty acids are crucial for brain development, learning, and memory retention, and may help prevent cognitive decline and neurodegenerative diseases. Their anti-inflammatory properties also benefit overall brain health and reduce the risk of conditions like Alzheimer's. You know, this condition called Alzheimer's, it is unfortunately still growing, still spreading, higher risk every year for seniors. And as we see, the baby boomers are moving very firmly into their senior years. The baby boomers are now well into their 80s. We need to make sure that we have a program, a plan, a strategic action, set of actions to prevent the debilitation due to Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease is now, it's epidemic, and it is taking many of our seniors, not only taking us out, but Alzheimer's disease is also taking out the family, as someone has to dedicate a lot of time to take care of people with Alzheimer's. So I'm going to ask you, please, please, please put together a program for avoiding Alzheimer's. If nothing else, get omega-3 fatty acids inside your body daily, daily, daily. DHA and EPA. Eat them in nuts. Get it in your seed oils, sesame oil, flaxseed oil, hemp seed oil. Get them in. You will not regret not increasing your likelihood of developing Alzheimer's, Parkinson's disease, Huntington's disease, Lou Gehrig's disease, these debilitating declines in our cognitive function. Number 11, creatine. And I did add creatine to the stem cell formula that I take almost daily, about 4 days a week. I do make my smoothie, the stem cell regenerative therapeutic smoothie. Very good. It's super, super. Creatine improves memory and processing speed, especially in vegetarians. Supports brain energy metabolism like it does in muscles. Creatine supports brain energy by recycling ATP, by recycling adenosine triphosphate, enhancing cognitive function, particularly in stressed or aging brains. It may improve memory, reduce mental fatigue, and offer neuroprotection. Benefits include potential to aid for Alzheimer's and sleep-deprived individuals. Creatine, very, very good. Number 12, ginkgo biloba. Ginkgo biloba enhances brain health by improving blood circulation, acting as an antioxidant and supporting cognitive function. Ginkgo biloba may help with memory, mental clarity, and reducing oxidative stress. Studies suggest it could benefit conditions like dementia and Alzheimer's, though results are mixed. Its flavonoids and terpenoids contribute to these effects. Overall, ginkgo biloba supports brain function and may protect against age-related cognitive decline. Number 13 on the list, rhodiola rosea, which is in my anti-aging arsenal as well. Rhodiola rosea, an adaptogen. Rhodiola rosea supports brain health by reducing stress, enhancing cognitive function, and improving mood. It may boost memory, focus, and mental energy while combating fatigue and anxiety. Its adaptogenic properties help the brain manage stress, promoting resilience and clarity. Rhodiola also exhibits neuroprotective effects, particularly safeguarding against age-related cognitive decline. Overall, it offers multifaceted benefits for mental performance and emotional well-being. Number 14, lion's mane mushroom. That's a good one there. Supports brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, neuroplasticity, and long-term brain health. Lion's mane mushroom supports brain health by stimulating nerve growth factor, NGF, production, enhancing memory, focus, and cognitive function. It may also protect against Alzheimer's, reduce anxiety, and aid nerve repair. Studies suggest benefits for mental clarity and neuroprotection. Number 15, ashwagandha. Reducing stress and cortisol levels, improving focus and sleep quality. Supports cognitive function indirectly via adaptogenic effects. Ashwagandha is an herbal plant known for its neuroprotective and adaptogenic properties. It helps reduce stress, improve memory, and enhance cognitive function. Additionally, ashwagandha may also boost dopamine and serotonin levels, supporting mood and mental clarity. Ashwagandha also shows potential in protecting against neurodegenerative diseases. Its benefits include reducing anxiety, improving focus, and supporting overall brain health. And number 16, maca root. Maca root is consumed either fresh or dried and has a distinctive taste and aroma. In South America, a sweet porridge or pudding called mazamorra de maca, is made from dried roots, while the fresh root is cooked like potatoes. It can also be ground into flour with a composition similar to cereal grains. A slightly alcoholic beverage called maca chica is made from the maca plant. Many growers mix and grind the leaves with the roots. These findings suggest that maca might be an effective functional food to slow age-related cognitive decline. And also, I would go to say maca is also very beneficial for slowing down our age-related regenerative decline, our reproductive organs decline. Maca restores them. Yes, it does. So I put the maca in my stem cell smoothie that I consume about 4 days a week or more. And I'll swear by it. I love my maca. I love my stem cell regenerative smoothie. And that takes us through all of the nutritional supplements that are good for increasing our brain function. Lastly, I'm going to close out with this section on nootropics. This is just a few paragraphs from the article. Appears in its article entitled Nootropics as Cognitive Enhancers, Types, Dosage, and Side Effects of Smart Drugs, written by Matej Malik and Pavel Plestos in Nutrients Journal, August 17, 2022. So that was published on Marcus Garvey's birth anniversary. And I'm going to post this link up for your Rumble family to get ahead of it. And Stray Godzilla is in the house. Do you still eat goji berries? You know something? You just reminded me how much I miss my goji berries. I'm going to go back. I'm going to give me some goji berries. I'm going to serve them up this weekend as we're having our first Saturday of August superfood feast. If you or anyone else is in Las Vegas and you want to come by and attend the feast, there is a fee for your seat. It will be $39, but you will never in your life have a richer, more engaging meal of living superfoods than what I will turn you on to, unless you have come to us before and do keep coming back regularly. I do appreciate those who come back again and again. It's not only a great feast, but you will be surrounded at the table by people who think and speak like you do, of all different ethnicities. Yes, we are having a great time. The first Saturday of every month. So this Saturday will be August 2. We will have the first Saturday feast. So tomorrow's Wednesday. Wednesday I go shopping and I start preparing the food. I work the dehydrator for the first day and then work on the meals for the next 2 days. We are going to have a wonderful time. I'm going to put this link up that I just shared. Put it up here on our Facebook page. And I'm going to load up the Facebook Live and post it up there as well. And I hope I can do a better job, a best job I can of convincing you to come and participate in our feast. I'm going to be doing a couple of new recipes. I always try and do at least one new recipe because that's how I learn. That's how I continue to grow. So this time I'm going to be doing French fries made out of yucca root. Yeah, yucca root fries is really actually quite nice. So come on by for the first Saturday feast here. Let me just put up a link to that as well. July 12th. Join us August 2, not July 12th. Why did I put that up? Oh, I just have it saved as that. Join us on August 2nd for a vibrant evening of delicious plant-based dishes, warm company, and a great conversation in a beautiful Las Vegas home. Whether you're a dedicated vegan or simply curious to explore flavorful, cruelty-free cuisine, this feast promises a delightful experience. Come on out. Come and savor creative and nourishing dishes made with love. And I do encourage each of us to RSVP as soon as you possibly can. And I'm going to put up this here on my Facebook page. Comment here. And I'm going to put up one more paragraph, and that is for the RSVP link. Boom. And that's going to get you, will be with us as we all do our thing. And that's a beautiful thing. So I'm going to continue. We're almost finished. I'm going to put this up here one more place. And then there's one more section, and then I will be finished for today's conversation. And here we are. We are abstract. This is for nootropics as cognitive enhancers, types, dosage, and side effects of smart drugs. Nootropics are smart drugs, but they're not necessarily all pharmaceutical drugs. Nootropics can include food, supplements, and a bunch of other substances. Nootropics, also known as smart drugs, are a diverse group of medicinal substances whose action improves human thinking, learning, and memory, especially in cases where these functions are impaired. This review provides an up-to-date overview of the potential effectiveness and importance of nootropics. Based on their nature and their effects, this heterogeneous group of drugs has been divided into 4 subgroups: classical nootropic compounds, substances increasing brain metabolism, cholinergic, and plants, and their extracts with nootropic effects. Each subgroup of nootropics contains several main representatives, and for each one, its uses, indications, experimental treatments, dosage, and possible side effects and contraindications are discussed. For the nootropic plant extracts, there is also a brief description of each plant representative, its occurrence, history, and chemical composition of the medicinal plant. Lastly, specific recommendations regarding the use of nootropics is by both ill and healthy individuals are summarized. So I'm going to go to the summary. It is, of course, an extensive peer-reviewed article, but we're going to go to the summary and recommendations. Nootropics are a heterogeneous group of drugs that affect the metabolism of neuronal cells in the central nervous system. They mainly improve cognitive function, especially in cases where there is damage or degeneration. Most of these substances do not have an immediate effect after a single administration and must be used for some length of time before there is a measurable improvement. That's a very important point. You must use these for an extended period of time before you will notice the benefits. They are used in acute, subacute, and chronic conditions of memory, consciousness, and learning disorders, and as a support treatment in patients with Alzheimer's disease, schizophrenia, hyperkinetic disorder, or senile dementia. Nootropics are usually very well tolerated. Side effects are rare and typically mild, but some complications can occur. For example, people with cardiovascular disease should not use guarana. This is probably due to the relatively high caffeine content. That's guarana. The available literature suggests that cardiovascular effects experienced by those consuming up to 600 milligrams of caffeine per day are, in most cases, mild, transient, and reversible, with no permanent adverse effects. A typical dose of guarana is 75 milligrams of extract, approximately 12% caffeine, taken as a tablet. Each such tablet, therefore, contains an average of 9 milligrams of caffeine. Therefore, in order to get close to the limit of 600 milligrams of caffeine, a person would have to consume around 66 of these tablets per day. A nootropic that could help in this case is naftidraforol, which functions as a vasodilator with rheological effects on the body and is directly used in treating cardiovascular disorders. Some nootropics can also affect psychiatric problems. For example, rhodiola is not recommended for patients with manic depressive psychosis, and dihydroergotoxin is also contraindicated in psychosis. An expert should be consulted before the use of any of these nootropics. Ginseng and eleuthero are contraindicated in patients with hypertension. Ginkgo causes blood thinning, so people taking certain anticoagulants should not take it, for example, before surgery. Additionally, ashwagandha is best taken in the evening because it can act as a sedative in large doses. It is also indicated by its Latin name, Withania somnifera, where the Latin species name somnifera means sleep-inducing. Therefore, nootropics users should consider their state of health and mood before deciding to try a certain compound. However, if the recommended dosage is followed, no serious complications should occur. Because of their potential for improving memory and thinking and their easy availability, nootropics have particularly attracted the attention of college students who call them, quote, smart drugs, unquote, because of the incomplete clinical evidence on their effectiveness, safety, and social consequences in the case of long-term use, especially with synthetic variants of these drugs. They cannot be recommended to healthy individuals who do not suffer any cognitive dysfunction. There have not been sufficient experimental studies and results to support prophylactic use. Even though the use of herbal supplements, here, bear with me, even though the use of herbal supplements with nootropic effects has shown little risk of side effects and contraindications have been minimal. In any case, to be safe, none of these substances should be used during pregnancy or breastfeeding. Future research regarding nootropics should focus on experiments with more diverse human groups, whether in terms of age, health, gender, or weight. It should also remain mainly focused on young, healthy people, mostly university students who use these substances a lot and obtain them especially on the black market. Furthermore, already advanced methods based on neuroimaging assessment should be more used in experiments and studies to confirm or refute the potential beneficial effects. And on that note, I got through the whole thing. Boy, that was a lot of reading, a lot of research. I hope you followed it. I hope you found it to be very useful For my purposes, I've been doing nootropics for several years. I was aware of it probably 4 or 5 years ago. Started writing about it. A number of my books do mention nootropics. I'm going to say, hey, we have found something brilliantly useful, and that is the food, the herbs, the supplements, the habits that support, as well as those that detract from our healthy brain function. Now you know. Now you've been aware. It's going to be a lot of learning, a lot of studying. Trust me, a lot of studying before you catch up with all of the potential within this category of nutrition that feeds our brain health. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you do tune in again tomorrow for the next chapter of research that we do on this. Again, as I mentioned before, our heart, our sympathies go out for the damage that has been done to the families, to the NYPD force, because of one person who happens to have been my neighbor, who was living here in this La Jolla Classic complex that I live in. The police are out today. They've got the entrances to the complex blocked off, etc. Mass shooting took place in New York City. And my sympathy goes out to the family, the mother, especially he had been living here in this apartment complex, or this is not an apartment complex, it's housing complex. Had been living here with his mother. And my sympathies, empathies go out to her. I think I've seen her before on my morning jog. I jogged by their house twice this morning and every morning. We can do better than this. A lot of us are entertaining fantasies nowadays. Or entertaining fantasies of grabbing a gun and running into a crowded room or whatever and blasting everybody. I'm going to ask you to don't even think about it. Resist fantasizing about mass murder. Put your thoughts to more beneficial outcomes. Don't think about killing. Think about healing. Think about the critical need for you to input your energy into combating maternal mortality. Do it for the babies. Do it for the babies' mothers. For so many reasons, you and I need to focus on making this beautiful world an even better place. Do it for the mamas of the babies. Do it for the babies. Do it for whatever reason. But do not give your energy to the dark side. Don't let Donald Trump and his minions, MAGA, don't let them distract you. Don't let the Democrats and their gross incompetence, don't let them distract you from being positive. Do it for yourself. Do it because you are an extension of your parents. Do it for your mama and your father. Do the right things in life. Don't let the reputation that your mother now has to be buried with be that of, I gave birth to a mass murderer. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm asking you, please emphasize the positive. Emphasize everything that contributes to making this world a better place for our children and our children's children. We can do this. It's going to take a Herculean effort, but we know we can do it. Tell your friends to tell their friends that we at LIB Radio, we have our own now. Let's build it up. Let's continue to grow. I do ask that you, our listeners, I do ask that you consider getting my books, which touch on a broad spectrum of mental nutrition, are available at http://biz/CRP2012. So my books, which are touch on a broad base of mental nutrition and mental health, they are available. You and I, we have access to all of this. Why would we not? Why would we not use it for the benefit of our people, of our race? So we're going to do the best that we can, to do the best that we can, to do the best that we can do. Yes, we are. On that note, I want to thank you all for tuning in today. You've been tuned into your favorite. We aim to be your favorite. We are LIB Radio, LIB TV. We are livinginblack.com. Tell your friends to tell their friends that we have our own now. And we can do without what we have, we can do truly great things. We don't have to go down on record of being disruptive to the progress and sustainability of this beautiful planet. On that note, I want to thank you. I am out of here for today. We'll be back tomorrow again for another round of cultural conscious communications here on LIB Radio, LIB TV. Tomorrow we will be back on livinginblack.com. Peace and prosperity to each and every one of you.